Tonight on CTV News at 5.
With prices skyrocketing, I can see people using reward points to try and offset that cost.
Redeeming rewards. Canadians cash in their points for groceries rather than getaways.
Come down as much as possible because I'm struggling a little bit with the groceries and stuff, and there's a lot of times I come down and the things that I need are in the fridge.
Filling the fridge, a community pantry hopes to raise $10K in 10 days.
We will furnish your homes so that you don't have to worry about that.
In the works, a new furniture bank helps families make their home feel like home.
I feel like everybody deserves to have a magical Christmas.
And the Giving Tree, a New Brunswick teen makes spirits bright collecting toys for kids.
A clear and cold November night ahead, and then mostly sunny again tomorrow.
Live from the Maritime's News Center, this is CTV News at 5.
Good evening and welcome to CTV News at 5. I'm Maria Panopalis. Thanks for joining us. First at 5 tonight, rewards reality. Canadians have been racking up points and rewards through loyalty programs for decades, but these days there seems to be a bit of a shift in how those points are redeemed. As CTV's Vanessa Wright reports, instead of splurging on luxuries, a new study suggests Canadians are cashing in for everyday essentials. Hi there, Vanessa.
Hi there, Maria. That's exactly right. It's almost become a budgeting tool, especially at a time when grocery prices are skyrocketing. Canadians are banking on those points for some relief.
Loyalty rewards are not a new thing. Grocery stores and big box brands have been promoting them for years. But nowadays, more Canadians are signing up and cashing in.
I use Scene and PC Optimum.
I use PC Optimum.
I use PC Optimum.
According to a study by TD Bank, Canadians use those points on different things, especially everyday essentials.
When we surveyed Atlantic Canadians, 70% of them said that they would want to redeem for groceries. And really, this highlights how rewards are becoming a household budgeting tool.
But there's room to improve. 78% say they want the ability to pay off past purchases with their points, while 69% feel rewards that never expire are a top priority.
What we're seeing now is the beyond couponing era. A lot of people are looking at other ways to save money, and loyalty programs, frankly, have improved immensely.
Maritimers say it makes a difference, especially with today's cost of living concerns.
I use them to save money for my son. I use them to help out with groceries and stuff for my kid.
I usually use it mostly for shoppers. I get a few bucks off when I do my purchases and stuff, and it's just nice.
I collect the Optimum points, have done so for years, but what I save them for is emergencies.
My friend used them, and we went to Shoppers, and I was like, oh, we actually saved a lot of money. So I'm like, maybe I should actually use them.
I just fill my gas up now, so I got some little points with the gas station, so I just check in my points card. As you see, I actually have more, so I'm redeeming some 20,000 points.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Whether it's $50 or $15, Charlebois says it's the idea that they can save a lot with little effort.
So consumers are benefiting from that. Whether or not consumers are recognizing how generous these programs are is another question. But I do think that loyalty programs are way more generous now than just 2 years ago.
And Maria, you may have noticed there are more loyalty programs than ever, from grocery stores to drugstores and other retailers, each one offering incentives to sign up. And that's why so many Canadians subscribe to more than just one program. Maria?
Oh, and I'm one of them, Vanessa. I have
So am I.
Yeah.
So am I.
Thank you, Vanessa. CTV's Vanessa Wright for us in Halifax this evening. That actually brings us to our web poll. We are asking, do you use your rewards points to buy luxuries or essentials? These are your options. Luxuries, essentials, a little bit of both, or I don't collect rewards points. You can just go to ctvnewsatlantic.ca to weigh in and to see the latest poll results. All right, over to the anchor desk we go now, where Todd Battis is standing by with a look at the headline.
Maria, I don't think we're going to have many people click that button that says, I don't collect the points.
Yeah, I mean, it's just you're giving it away if you don't.
You got to have them, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Coming up the newscast tonight, a story you'll only see on CTV, an amazing report about the survival of an 86-year-old man who was trapped. There he is. He was trapped in his car in the water after it went over an embankment, despite broken bones in his neck and spine. The gentleman managed to maneuver his way out of the car and crawl up a cliff to be rescued. Derek Haggett has the improbable story tonight at 6 o'clock. The temporary closure of this pulp mill in northern Maine will affect the lumber industry in the Maritimes. The mill stopped accepting softwood lumber from our side of the border last month due to tariff concerns. We'll get reaction from both sides of the border tonight. We told you the story of this gentleman last night. He's been waiting for a nursing home bed for more than 15 months. He's remaining in the St. John Hospital with no end in sight. New Brunswick's Department of Social Development is not giving a firm timeline, but does say the average wait time is 125 days. There was plenty of reaction to Laura Brown's report last night. She'll have a follow-up this evening. Kalen Mitchell has something of a follow-up in his weather forecast tonight.
Yeah, thank you, Todd. So a chilly afternoon in the Maritimes is going to turn into a colder November night as we remain underneath an area of high pressure, and that will keep our sky over the Maritimes relatively free of cloud cover tonight. And at the same time, we're still into that mass of colder air that's coming in off the continent. So temperatures right now are mostly sitting around the low to mid single digits. As far as the winds go, they did ease up compared to yesterday. They're mostly still out of the west. They're being sustained in a lot of cases between around 5 and up to 20 kilometers per hour, with a few gusts showing up still between 30 and 40. At this hour, those gusts are mostly around eastern areas of New Brunswick, Prince Edward Island, and the north and east of Nova Scotia. Taking a look at things on radar and satellite, we have a little bit of patchy or broken cloud cover around at the moment, but a good portion of this is going to be clearing up as we make our way through this evening and tonight. A few areas that could hold on to a little bit of cloud cover tonight include parts of the north of New Brunswick, as well as areas in Cape Breton. Otherwise, we remain underneath that area of high pressure and the relatively clear conditions associated with it for our Thursday forecast. And I'll have the details of that when I'm back just a little bit later on. Maria.
Thank you very much, Kaylin. Time for our first break here on CTV News at 5. Still ahead, though, find out how to win 4 Hankook winter tires. We are giving away 1 set to someone in each Maritime province. We're also working on these stories.
I'm Josh Smith in Amherst. This building here behind me is helping families get back on their feet with a furniture bank. You'll learn more about the team that's behind it a little later on CTV News at 5.
Hi, I'm McConvey here at the Dartmouth Community Fridge. Coming up on CTV News at 5, an annual fundraiser has kicked off to raise money for those needing this service. Coming up, I'll tell you more about the difference they're making and how you can get involved as well.
Hi, it's Katie Kelly. The 62nd annual Christmas Daddies Telethon is happening December 6th on CTV. We're wrapping the studio in sparkle, smiles, and holiday cheer, helping Maritime children since 1964. You don't want to miss this celebration.
Here's a reason to smile. Tim Hortons is back with its annual Holiday Smile Cookie campaign, and this year Christmas Daddies will benefit at 25 different Tim Hortons locations across Nova Scotia, 17 in Cape Breton, 7 in the Annapolis Valley, and 1 in Lunenburg. 100% of proceeds from sales of Smile Cookies will be going to Christmas Daddies. That is a huge boost for Christmas Daddies indeed. And by the way, the festive cookies are available until Sunday. All right, on to our next story here. A 10-day fundraiser is underway to combat food insecurity in Dartmouth. CTV's Emma Convey stopped by the community fridge and spoke with those who support and rely on it.
James Saltzman stops in at this community fridge in Dartmouth regularly. When money is tight, he counts on it to help him get by.
There's so many times that I've just popped by and looked in the fridge or the cupboard, and there's something there that I know I need that I really can't afford, and it's there.
He's not the only one that relies on this service. Volunteers say both the fridge and pantry are always busy. It's stocked about 3 times a day by their team, plus community donations year-round. Once it's filled, it only lasts about an hour.
We're seeing all types of people, everything from, unhoused people or people who are underemployed or unemployed, all the way through to families that look just like you and I.
Making their annual fundraiser even more important. Their goal is to raise $10,000 in 10 days. The campaign launched Saturday and runs until November 24th.
Those grocery shops, buying essentials, milk, eggs, bread, those sorts of things that people have asked for. We use the donated funds throughout the year, but people can donate anytime.
Omar Katad drops off boxes of food from Parker Street Food and Furniture Bank every Tuesday. It's his way to give back.
When I come to Canada, a newcomer, Christine come to my home and help me for clothes, for food, for everything. And when my family good, now I help.
Other volunteers like Deanne Thistle say it's a full circle moment for her after using the fridge for 3 years.
Here, I could just come at my own pace and pick and choose and didn't have to worry about interacting with anybody. So it's just great now that I'm not on that end of the spectrum anymore, that I can just jump right in there and give back.
Last year, they surpassed $10,000. The hope is to keep that trend going this year, too. Emma Convey, CTV News, Dartmouth.
Thank you, Emma. The need is great, and it is so good to see people helping in so many wonderful ways.
Yeah, it's really a fantastic thing that they're doing there. Chilly weather today,
Yes.
of course, across the Maritime region. That's going to carry on into tonight, looking at a clear, colder November night. But isn't this a beautiful view? We've got a heron here sitting at the marsh at St. John's Irving Nature Park. Nature full on display, and I'll have more on the weather next.
A happy update for you now. Last month, we introduced you to 4-year-old Siberian Husky Isla, a rescue at the Nova Scotia SPCA who had lived there for nearly a year. The good news is, after 11 months, she's finally found her forever home. She was adopted with one of her litter mates, and we're told she's settling into home life very well with her new family. In fact, her adopters say bringing Isla home was one of the best decisions they've made. The playful pup was featured in a story about large dogs, Kaylin, you may remember, that face a harder time getting adopted. She'd been there for 11 months, and it's so nice to see her get a home for Christmas.
She looks very happy and very playful, so I'm glad to hear she is doing fantastic. All right,
nice day to get outdoors today. A little more pleasant than yesterday.
If you're out walking the dog today, you maybe just needed to bundle up a little bit for that. But hey, it's November. You got to do that this time of the year. Taking a look at our sunrise and sunset times, this beautiful view over the Halifax Harbor. These, of course, are for the provincial capitals. We had a little bit more sunshine in the region today, thanks to an area of high pressure that was in place. So barometric high pressure right now in the Maritimes is sitting towards the higher side, 1,019 millibars, both reported at the Fredericton Airport and Halifax International Airport. Charlottetown Airport right now reporting 1,017 millibars. This high pressure system, it's going to be sticking around for tonight and for tomorrow, keeping weather conditions pretty fair, but cold to chilly through that period of time. Taking a look at things on radar, nothing showing up. If you're thinking about evening or nighttime plans, you don't really have to be concerned with any precipitation. As we move through the overnight, though, there is likely to be some frost that will develop. I'm sure some people probably noticed some frost around parts of the Maritimes this morning. Again, as we move through tonight, frost certainly possible in the region. Taking a look at our timeline for cloud cover and precipitation. So cloud cover here is generally shown in through the areas of the grays. You can see that as we move towards midnight, there's not a lot of that around the Maritimes. I am expecting a little bit of patchy cloud around the north of New Brunswick for tonight, and a little bit of patchy cloud that might linger for a few areas of Cape Breton. Otherwise, much of the rest of the Maritimes is looking at a fairly clear sky and a clear but cold start to the day for tomorrow. Moving into Thursday afternoon, it remains mostly sunny around the Maritimes. The afternoon temperatures, like today and, well, really throughout this week, they're going to be a little bit on the chilly side. For the winds, they're going to be similar to today as well. So mostly out of the west and northwest for Thursday. Sustained between 10 and 20 kilometers per hour. There might be just a few gusts that get a little bit over the 20 kilometer per hour mark, but very similar winds compared to today. Taking a look at low temperatures in the forecast for tonight. Yeah, colder. A lot of lows tonight. We're going to be in the range of around -5 to 0 for the Maritimes. There will be some areas even colder than that, especially up towards the northwest of New Brunswick. Some low temperatures tonight between -9 and -5. It wouldn't shock me if some communities right up in the northwest, maybe Edmundston or Grand Falls or San Catan, flirt with that -10 mark for a low temperature. And then highs in the forecast for tomorrow in New Brunswick, the high temperatures between 2 and 5 5 degrees. For Charlottetown and Prince Edward Island for tomorrow, the high temperatures right around the mid-single digits. And for Nova Scotia tomorrow, most of the high temperatures between 5 and 8 degrees. Now, coming up at the end of the week on Friday, and this area of high pressure begins to break down over the Maritimes. There is a low pressure system that's well off the coastline of the eastern United States, but it is moving up towards the north. And it does look like late in the day, parts of the east of Nova Scotia may catch a few of the showers along the northern edge of that weather system. So on Friday for most of the Maritimes, it's some increasing cloudiness throughout the day. A lot of high temperatures between 4 and 7 degrees. There will be a chance of some flurries in the northwest of New Brunswick, and it does look like a few showers are going to brush into the eastern shore of mainland Nova Scotia. So if you're in a community like Sheet Harbour, up through Spanish Ship Bay, Canso, into Cape Breton, even a chance of a few of those showers reaching parts of Antigonish County. Taking a quick look at the forecast for Saturday, a weather front is moving through from the west. It's going to be pushing around of rain and showers along with it, mostly for Prince Edward Island, Nova Scotia. Temperatures will get chillier for the end of the weekend on Sunday behind that front. All right, let's take a look at our weather watcher for tonight. And tonight's weather watcher is coming in from a collection of kids at DD Daycare in Sydney, Nova Scotia. We have Lincoln, Caleb, Olive, Emerson, Peyton, and Yolan having a blast outside this fall. They had a great time playing with the colorful leaves. Thank you. And if you'd like to be one of our weather watchers, they can come into CTV Weather Watchers, P.O. Box 1653, Halifax, Nova Scotia, B3J2Z4, or email kaylin.mitchell@bellmedia.ca. Maria.
Thank you, Kaylin. A community group in Amherst has launched a new furniture bank. As CTV's Josh Smith shows us, they give free household items to people coming out of difficult situations.
A community group in Amherst has expanded its mission to help people rebuild their lives. In the works, known for its 16-week youth employment program, now has launched a furniture bank.
There are so many amazing organizations out there serving others through food, through getting them housing. But the one thing that's missing is when you're transitioning, you actually have nothing. So Furniture Bank will give those, it's free.
Executive Director Scott Lockhart says the new service will support those in all of Cumberland County and even into Sackville, New Brunswick.
In our first ever cohort, we reached 9 youth, but with the creation of Furniture Bank, we will serve about 150 plus people this year.
Referrals can come from shelters and police, to churches and fire departments. Families receive gently used items at no cost.
We had a mother that came in, a single mom, 2 kids, a newborn and a toddler. They literally have nothing at home. Now the kids have a bed, they have a living room set, they have everything they need to enjoy life and move forward.
The group says they need help to keep up with the growing demand.
We need volunteers. We currently don't have a truck. We're renting a truck, and it costs us a lot of money.
One staff member knows the impact firsthand. Shane Chasson, once a participant in the youth program, now works for the Furniture Bank.
Things were a lot more difficult for myself personally. However, being a part of this has made my life better. I've also become more a part of the community.
Chasson is part of the delivery team, handing over furniture to families in need.
I'm very confident that we'll be continuing to do good work in the future.
In the Works says the Furniture Bank is only the beginning. They encourage anyone looking for information to find them online. Josh Smith, CTV News, Amherst.
Another example of Maritimers making a profound difference in someone's life. All right, taking a break. Here's a preview of, and speaking of that, another story.
I'm Derek Haggett in Riverview, New Brunswick. Coming up on CTV News at 5, I'm going to introduce you to a high school student that's collecting donations of new toys for children through a project she's calling The Caring Tree. I'll tell you all about her Christmas spirit coming up.
Welcome back. CTV and Coast want to help you get ready for the change of season with our Winter Wheels contest. 3 lucky viewers, 1 from each Maritime province, will win Coast's Ready for Winter bundle. The prize pack includes 4 hand-cooked winter tires, installation, 4-wheel alignment, and a synthetic seasonal maintenance package. To enter, go to ctvatlantic.ca and follow the contest prompts or scan the QR code on your screen right now. You can enter once per day until Saturday at 5, and the winner will be announced November 28th. All right, our final story of the night now. A 16-year-old from Riverview, New Brunswick is looking to help kids a bit younger than her have a great Christmas. The CTV's Derek Haggett shows us she came up with a unique way to show she cares and help families in need.
Sophie Duplessis doesn't want children to doubt the magic of Santa Claus.
I feel like everybody deserves to have a magical Christmas, no matter who they are, where they come from, and what they have.
The grade 11 student has started the Giving Tree Project on Facebook. It's like a digital angel tree where donors can sponsor a child and donate Christmas gifts. Parents can apply by providing contact information, their child's name, and the wish list.
Once we get that information, we create child profiles and we post them on our Facebook page.
So far, Sophie has secured sponsorships for 27 children in the Greater Moncton area and hopes to help even more.
I'm not surprised at all with inflation and the cost of everything. I'm not surprised that there's people who are struggling a little bit, and if she can offer that support to people, I'm really, really proud of her.
The inspiration came from a community engagement project at Riverview High School last year. Sophie collected toy and book donations and gave them to a local nonprofit to be distributed throughout the community.
I collected so many donations, so many toys, and it really inspired me. I was really touched by the response of the community and how much they reacted and decided to help out.
There's been a lot of kind and encouraging words on the project's Facebook page.
I'm so proud. She's very smart and very kind, and she's got a really big heart.
Lego, dolls, crafts, and art sets are on the top of the children's wish lists so far this year. Derek Haggett, CTV News, Riverview, New Brunswick.
Oh, I can see Mama's so proud, and of course she would be.
Yeah.
She's raised such a compassionate young woman. Sophie, you are amazing. And by the way, Sophie has also received over $600 in monetary donations, and she plans on using that to buy gifts for any children who didn't get sponsored and ensure that siblings have equal gifts as well. I mean, she's thinking about everything. You're amazing. All right, Kaylin, tell me, how's it looking out there?
So a couple clear, colder November nights ahead. Good nights, though, for some stargazing. So coming up at CTV News at 6, not only am I going to have the details of the forecast, I'm going to take a look at maybe a few things you could see in the night sky if you want to bundle up a little bit and take advantage of the fact that we have some relatively cloud-free conditions.
Thank you, Kaylin. We'll see you at 6. I'll see you tomorrow. The national news is next. Good night.